is strong, a love that goes from east to west and runs as deep as it is wide. You know all our hopes, Lord, you know all our fears, and words cannot express the love we feel, what we long for you to hear. So listen to our please listen to us hear it sing, and hear us sing a song of praise, a simple song of praise. From those you have heard, those you have read, we will use the words we know to tell you what an awesome God you are. But words are not enough.
Hi, welcome to Verse of the Day. I'm Brandon Hathaway, the preacher at the Westside Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky. And I want to thank you for joining me on Verse of the Day today. Today I got
Tanner Vinny. I'm from St. James Church of Christ. I'm from Missouri. And the verse is Psalm 18, verse 2.
All right. And so before we get to that, so Tanner here, I think it's your first year in the preacher training
Yes.
course, right? So Tanner's first year, he's doing an excellent job. I know he's helped my son Josiah out a little bit here and there. They've been battle buddies already once this week. I actually knew Tanner's brother. His brother, Craig Benny, went through the 2-year program with Brother Duvall, and he had joined about a month before I had left. And so it's good to get to know Brother Benny's family a little bit more. But he's been doing an excellent job, and so he's going to help us. As he said, our verse of the day today is Psalm 18 and in verse 2, and we'll let him go ahead and read that.
The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold.
All righty. So you want to try to explain that a little bit? What do you think he's talking about here?
That God is unmovable. We have a place in Him that talks about His fortress, and He can be our shield against the devil, and He's the horn of my salvation. I don't know how I can put horn in there, but
you're doing a good job.
He can. He's a stronghold. We actually talked about another verse about the stronghold, and He's our deliverer. He created us, and
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it's explaining all of the different things that our God is to us, and different ways in which we can see how the Lord helps us. When we say the Lord is my rock, again, He's unmovable. He's strong. When we think about that, you might think of the song "Wise Man Built His House Upon the Rocks," or go to the New Testament and read that verse. He's our foundation. He is our rock. He's our fortress. That means we can go to Him for our, as you brought out, stronghold at the very end. We go to Him and He protects us. We go within His family to be protected. And so He's our fortress. He's our stronghold, our deliverer, our salvation. And so He's the one that can deliver us. He gives us strength. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. As we look to Ephesians 6, putting on the whole armor of God, that kind of goes along with this stuff here, and especially when you talk about, He's my shield. He's there and protects us again. And we put our faith in Him, and that shields us because we just trust in Him so much. And so absolutely. And so you had a lot of good points there. And so it's a good verse. And again, these are verses that they're memorizing. Each verse is a verse that they have to memorize this day. Most of them worked on it yesterday and got it down. And so they'll be starting to work on tomorrow's memory verse. And then they get tested on the memory verses that they had done the day before and throughout the week. And so they got to try to remember them all. And so these guys are being pushed pretty hard. And so you got any other thoughts?
Can you explain in whom I take refuge?
Refuge. So, we get a lot of different people from other countries coming to America for refuge. So they're fleeing their country because their country isn't safe, because they may persecute them for being Christians, because they just don't have a good life there, and so they take refuge here in America. And so they come and find protection. So when we need refuge, we go to God. God is our protector, our stronghold, our refuge. He is the one that is going to shield us and protect us, and keep us from falling into those temptations, and help us to overcome and gain the strength we need. And so instead of just fleeing to a natural country, we're fleeing to God. We're running to God. God, help us. Satan is after us. He's put out a bunch of traps. He's out there like a roaring lion. And so we go to God for refuge. God is going to be our protector. Yeah. So, all right. We want to thank you guys for joining us today. We appreciate it. Again, if there's everything we can do for you or any questions we can answer, please reach out. Contact us with those phone numbers up there and email address, and we'll do the best we can to help you out in any way that we can. And so, if all goes well, Lord willing, I'll talk to you tomorrow.